What if the things you do every single day, the ones you don't even think about, are quietly shaping your baby's brain and emotions, long before they can say a single word? Stay with me through this, and you won't hear about a miracle cure or some magic product. But you will see something most parents never notice: the exact moments where change actually matters, in places no test, no doctor, no medicine can reach. I'm going to speak slowly, like a calm voice reading the evening news, so every sentence has time to land and stay with you, just long enough. Because your baby can't look at you and say, "This hurts me." But their body is watching. Their nervous system is recording everything. Not the obvious things, not abuse, not neglect, the small things. The extra minute you wait before responding to a cry, the tension that slips into your voice, the moments your eyes stay on a screen instead of their face. These don't look important. But over time, they quietly decide something much bigger: whether your child grows up carrying tension or a deep, steady sense of safety inside. In this video, we're going to walk through 7 of these habits. Not to make you feel guilty, but to give you something much more useful: a map, where to pause, where to soften, where a small shift changes everything. If you stay until the end, you'll start seeing something most people miss: how an ordinary moment with your baby has a second layer underneath it. And it's these small, repeated moments, not once, but every day, that build real health from the inside out. Not just fewer problems, but a stronger human being. The first habit is this idea that your baby needs to toughen up emotionally before their brain is ready. You've probably heard it. Let them cry a little. They need to learn to self-soothe. Don't pick them up too fast. On the surface, it sounds reasonable, even responsible. But here's what's really happening. Your baby's brain is still wiring itself. It doesn't know how to calm down alone yet. So those quiet minutes, when no one comes, they're not neutral. Inside your baby's body, stress rises fast, like a wave that keeps climbing with nowhere to go. And the system receiving that wave doesn't know how to bring it back down. You don't have to respond perfectly every time. That's not the point. But patterns matter. If most of the time you delay on purpose, thinking they need to learn, your baby starts learning something else entirely. When I'm overwhelmed, I'm alone. And over time, that message becomes part of how they handle stress. Here's the part many people miss. A baby who stops crying is not always a baby who feels safe. Sometimes it's a baby who has learned that no one is coming. The second habit is harder to see because it's not in what you say, it's in how you sound. You might say, "It's okay, I'm here." But if your voice is tight, rushed, strained from exhaustion, your baby hears something completely different. Before they understand words, they understand tone. They feel rhythm, they feel tension. A slow, steady voice tells their body to soften. A sharp, jittery one does the opposite. Their heart responds. Their muscles respond before you even finish the sentence. To them, tension in your voice is like a small alarm bell. Something's not right. Brace. And let's be honest, you're tired. You're human. You might be running on 3 hours of sleep, holding a cup of coffee that's already gone cold. You don't need to fake happiness, but something very small can change everything. One breath, just one slow breath before you speak. It softens your tone, just enough, so your words don't land as noise, but as safety. And over time, your baby learns something powerful. Even when things feel tense, there's a way back to calm, and that path runs through you. The third habit looks like love, but quietly takes something away. It's when you push interaction, even when your baby is clearly pulling back. You lift them toward a relative, someone excited, smiling, loud. They lean in. Big expressions, big energy. And your baby? They look away. They twist their body. They press their face into your chest. Maybe they start to fuss. That's not random. That's communication. But instead of reading it as "this is too much," adults often push just a little further. Come on, look at them. Don't be shy. Here's what's really happening. Looking away is one of your baby's first ways to protect themselves. It's their version of saying, "This is too intense. I need space." And when that signal gets ignored, again and again, something starts to change inside. Their body learns, my no doesn't matter. They can't explain it. They can't argue, but their nervous system remembers. And years later, that pattern can show up in ways you wouldn't expect. Struggling to say no, feeling guilty for needing space, staying in uncomfortable situations far too long, all from moments that once looked completely harmless. The fourth habit sounds comforting, but it quietly erases what your baby is actually feeling. Your baby is upset. Maybe a toy is gone, maybe they can't reach something, maybe it's just too much. And you say, "You're okay, you're fine, there's nothing to cry about." You're not being cruel, you're trying to calm them, to move past the moment, to make it smaller. But inside your baby's body, it doesn't feel small. And that mismatch leaves a trace. Over time, hearing "you're fine" while feeling "I'm not fine" teaches them something dangerous. What I feel might not be real. They begin to doubt themselves, and later that can turn into something very familiar: apologizing for emotions, questioning their reactions, not trusting their own inner signals. Your baby doesn't need every feeling fixed. They need something simpler: to be seen, to be named, to not be alone while it passes. The fifth habit is everywhere now, and it doesn't look harmful at all. You're there, right next to your baby, but your attention is somewhere else, on your phone. And when you're focused on a screen, something subtle happens. Your face goes still, your eyes stop responding, your expression fades. You don't notice it, but your baby does, because your face is their reference point for safety. And suddenly, that reference disappears. It's like a door quietly closing. You don't have to give up your phone. That's not realistic, but small choices matter. A few minutes during feeding, no screen. A quiet moment before sleep, just you and them. A short window in the morning, fully present. In those moments, your face comes back to life. And to your baby, that means one thing: I'm not alone. Someone is here with me. The sixth habit looks like effort, like love, like you're doing everything right. Bright toys, lights, music, activities, more and more and more. Because you want your baby to be smart, to get ahead. But here's the truth. Your baby's nervous system is not endless. It's not a sponge. It's a small cup, and it fills quickly. When it overflows, the signs are there: arching their back, looking away, going blank, crying suddenly without a clear reason. They're not being difficult. They're overwhelmed. And in that moment, doing more makes it worse. More noise, more movement, more stimulation. What helps is less. Softer light, fewer sounds, slower movement. Your calm presence, not "what can I add," but "what can I take away so they can breathe?" The seventh habit is quiet and easy to miss. It's not about what you buy, it's about what you say. Your baby looks at the window, reaches for light, makes a small sound. Those are invitations. And when you respond, even simply, you see the light, it's bright, you hear the rain, it's loud, you're upset, it's hard right now. You're building connections, tiny bridges in their brain. Each moment of back and forth is connection being practiced, understanding being built. But when those moments are missed, not intentionally, just by habit, distraction, some of those bridges never form. Curiosity fades just a little. You don't need to teach. You don't need perfect words. Just notice what your baby notices and give it a gentle voice. Over time, that becomes the foundation for everything: language, awareness, emotional strength. If you saw yourself in any of these moments, just sit with that for a second. This isn't judgment, it's awareness. And awareness means something important. You can change direction. Feeling that small ache when you remember a moment doesn't mean you failed. It means you care. Your baby doesn't need perfection. They need something much more real. They need a parent who comes back, who misses sometimes, but notices and tries again, who can say, "Earlier I didn't really see you, but I see you now." That pattern of missing, then repairing, is what builds real security, not perfection. So the next time your baby looks at you, really looks, remember what's happening. They're not just seeing your face, they're reading you, your voice, your eyes, your timing. All of it tells them one thing: how safe it is to be in this world. And with small changes, repeated every day, you're not just raising a child who sleeps better or cries less. You're shaping a human being who carries a quiet, steady strength inside them. The fourth habit sounds comforting, but quietly, it cancels out what your baby is actually feeling. Your baby is upset. Maybe a toy was taken away. Maybe they can't reach something. Maybe it's just too much, all at once. And you say, "You're okay, you're fine. There's nothing to cry about." You're not being harsh. You're trying to help, to calm things down, to move past the moment. But inside your baby's body, nothing feels fine. And that mismatch leaves a mark. Because over time, hearing you're okay while feeling I'm not okay creates confusion, a quiet disconnect. Your baby begins to learn what I feel might not be real, what I feel might be wrong. And years later, this can show up in ways that feel familiar, second-guessing emotions, apologizing for being upset, not trusting what's happening inside. Your baby doesn't need every feeling fixed. They need something simpler and much more powerful: to be seen, to be named, and to not be alone while it rises and falls. The fifth habit is everywhere now, and it doesn't look dangerous. You're there, right beside your baby, but your attention is somewhere else on your phone. And when your mind is inside a screen, your face changes without you noticing. Your eyes go still, your expression fades, your reactions slow down or disappear. To you, it's nothing, but to your baby, it's everything. Because your face is their mirror. It's how they check. Am I safe? Is someone here with me? And in those moments, that mirror goes blank. It's like a door quietly closing. You don't need to remove screens from your life. That's not realistic. But small, intentional moments matter more than you think. A few minutes during feeding, no phone. A quiet moment before sleep, just presence. A small window in the morning, fully there. In those moments, something shifts. Your face becomes alive again, responsive, warm, and your baby receives a message, again and again. I'm here. You're not alone. You matter. The sixth habit looks like love, like effort, like you're doing everything right. Bright toys, flashing lights, music playing, activities lined up, because you want your baby to learn, to grow, to get ahead. But your baby's nervous system doesn't work that way. It's not unlimited. It's not a sponge that can absorb everything. It's more like a small cup. And it fills quickly. When it overflows, the signs are there. They arch their back, they turn their head away, they stare into space, or suddenly cry without a clear reason. They're not being difficult, they're overwhelmed. And in that moment, doing more doesn't help. More sound, more movement, more stimulation. It only adds to the overflow. What helps is less, softer light, quieter space, slower movement. Your calm presence, close to theirs. Instead of asking, what else can I give? Ask something different. What can I take away so my baby can breathe? The seventh habit is easy to miss because it's not about what you do, it's about what you don't say. Your baby looks toward the window, reaches for a light, makes a small sound. These are not random, they are invitations, tiny openings, waiting for a response. And when you respond, even simply, you see the light, it's bright, you hear the rain, it's loud, you're upset, it's hard. Something powerful is happening. You are building connections, small bridges inside their brain. Each moment of back and forth is shaping how they understand the world, how they understand themselves. But when those invitations go unanswered, not because you don't care, but because life is busy, attention is divided, some of those bridges are never built. And slowly, curiosity has nowhere to land. So it fades just a little. You don't need perfect words. You don't need to teach. You just need to notice what your baby is already noticing and give it a simple, warm voice. Over time, those small moments become the foundation for everything. Language, awareness, emotional strength. If, as you listen, you recognize yourself in any of these moments, just pause. Let that feeling sit for a second. This is not judgment. It's awareness. And awareness means something important. You can shift. That small ache, when you remember a moment, doesn't mean you failed. It means you care. Your baby doesn't need perfection. They need something much more real. They need a parent who comes back, who misses sometimes, but notices and returns differently. A parent who can quietly say, earlier, I didn't really see you, but I see you now. Because that pattern of disconnection and repair is what builds real safety, not perfection. So the next time your baby looks at you, really looks at you, remember what's happening. They're not just seeing your face, they're reading you, your tone, your eyes, your timing. All of it is answering one silent question: is it safe to be here? And with small changes, repeated every day, you're not just raising a baby who cries less or sleeps better. You are shaping a human being who carries a quiet, steady strength inside them, long after these early years are gone.